I don't know if you've noticed this, but I got an obsession with Barbarians. We're talking Kitbash and some action figures on Freshly Baked Props, boys, girls, and everybody in between. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Freshly Baked Props. As always, I am Tony. I don't know if anybody else is collecting these He-Man Masterverse figures, but they're fucking awesome. I love them so much because you can easily convert them into Conan the Barbarian figures with the greatest of ease. Now, I know if you know the history of He-Man, you know that they were supposed to be for Conan, but the whole thing, if not, watch The Toys That Made Us. I'm not going to sit here and explain. But I love Conan the Barbarian, so I figured, fuck it, I'm making some He-Man. I'm going to turn He-Man into Conan. So I'm going to start right here on the side with the first one, which is my favorite figure out of the bunch. So I'm going to start with him first, which is my custom Kitbash He-Man. Now, if you watched a couple episodes ago, I released a first Kitbash where I made Conan out of Hercules and an unworthy Thor head. As cool as that figure was, he didn't have the build because Thor and a bunch of other guys were taller than him. Even the new Hercules toy that they released that just had the green trunks is bigger than that one. So I didn't want to make a whole new Hercules He-Man Conan figure, considering these He-Man figures from Mattel are absolutely stunning and awesome, and the articulation is just as good as Marvel Legends. So I said, fuck it, let me go this way. It's the easier route. This particular He-Man is the new Eternia He-Man. I prefer that one because I like the leather loincloth instead of the fur. I'll get to the fur one in a minute. But this one is from the new Eternia line. And I took all the crap off his chest, and I used all the armor pieces that I had from the previous Conan build, and I put on him. The shield I bought on eBay off a guy who 3D printed it. It's an awesome shield. I would highly recommend it. If I could find the link, I'll put it in the description below. His axe is just He-Man's axe painted. I hate the fact that the He-Man toys don't really paint any of their weapons. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. The quiver and arrow set is from the Lord of the Rings Toy Biz figures from 2003 when the movie was out. So they're very old. I bought a lot on eBay for like $60. It had all the figures, the horses, and all the weapons. So I just added my own leather strap and fixed it and put it on Conan. So now he has all this kind of weaponry. The sword in his hand is from the 2011 Conan the Barbarian film starring Jason Momoa. Yes, swallow dog shit movie. The weaponry, the props, the costumes are pretty fucking awesome. So I love that sword and I printed it. The sword is actually available on my store, on my Etsy store. So if you go over to Legend Series Props, you can purchase that sword if you like it too. Which brings me to the next Conan behind him, which is the Conan the Adventurer. Now, for 1992, there was a short-lived Conan series on CBS Saturday mornings. It was called Conan the Adventurer. The sword in his hand is from that series. I loved that cartoon, particularly the sword and shield. While I'm working on getting the shield printed right now, I got the sword. The sword was molded by my friend, Manny Gonzalez. I really appreciate all the work he does for me. And he molded the sword for me, and I was able to print it using my printer. The sword is also available on my shop, so if you're interested in that sword, head on over to my shop. The spear behind him is from the Savage He-Man toy from Revelations, along with the head that I just repainted the hair. The little white thing that you see on his back is a torch that can actually be lit. That is a functional torch that you can use real fire. And as of late, I've been testing fire to see how close I can get with the flame to their face without hurting them. And I think I can get that lit without melting the figure or hurting the figure. His armor and sword that you see behind him, that sheath, is from the Toy Biz Conan figure from 2001 or 2, whatever it was, whenever they had that Legends figures series way back from Toy Biz, which is also the black fur shaw piece that he has on his shoulders. That's from that too. The He-Man body is from the Revelations He-Man body, so it's the actual He-Man body from the cartoon, and the head is the Savage He-Man head. The guy next to him, right here, is a unworthy Thor figure, and I took his head, ripped the hair off, put it on the other Conan with the brown shield that I showed you a second ago, and then I took that hair and put it on this guy, just so I can make a whole cool barbarian-looking knight guy. The pelt around him I made using some fabric and some actual leather pieces. The axes are from the Lord of the Rings series. They're Gimli's axes. The curved sword is from the new Eternia Skeletor. And the bow on his back is from an orc from the same Lord of the Rings series. And the quiver, which I know is covered by a fabric cape that is also made by us at Legend Series Props. The quiver is from those articulating ninjas. I forgot what they're called. Articulating something, but they're the Ninja series figures. But that's pretty cool too. Like I said, we also make fabric capes, which is also the brown fabric cape that you saw on Conan. We also make at Legend Series Props. We have that available in our shop. The Sir Doom figure in the front here, which another happy accident. I love this Doom figure. I have 3 of them, and I usually make one a night. I use the Punisher, the one figure that came with the motorcycle. He's got the helmet with the horns. I still have that helmet, and I usually used to put it on this Doom, but I was like, fuck it. I had the Age of Apocalypse Magneto heads. I bought them off of eBay a while back, and I don't really do anything with them. And I love the helmet, and I figured, why don't I try and kitbash this for this episode? And although I didn't film what I did, I'm just going to explain to you what I did right now and just get it nice and zoomed in close. The sword he has is, again, the Conan the Adventurer sword from our store. The cape I bought on eBay. The sheath and belt that he's wearing, I made myself, which I also offer on our shop soon. And the helmet, like I said, is the Age of Apocalypse Magneto head that I just drilled 2 holes on the sides, added some wire, and used some epoxy sculpt to make the cool horns. Not a fantastic sculpting job, I will say first and foremost, but I'm new to it, and it's going to take some time. My next one that I would like to do is I want to do some deer antlers or some elk antlers. But all of these things, the fabric stuff is mostly made by me, with the exception of Doom's cape. And yeah, that's it. Doom's cape and the Conan Shaw on the cartoon Conan, and the rest was all made by us at Legend Series Props. That's all I got, guys. Again, I'm sorry for going on, making it seem like a infomercial for my stuff, but I'm just letting you guys know we made it, and we're very proud of the stuff we did. So if you like it, please hit us up. If you like this video, like and subscribe, share it. Let everybody know what I'm doing here. It's fun. I'm having a great time. I love playing with toys at my age. I don't give a shit how old you are. Have fun with your life, friend. But anyways, I'm Tony. This has been Freshly Baked Props for Conan, Sir Doom, and Cole the Conqueror. Take it easy, everybody.